Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss, and today I have two new Crayola products to show you. And they're in a new line that they're creating, and it's called the Doodle Markers. There's actually a third package of markers that those ones weren't at my local Target. I bought both of these at Target with my own money. We are not sponsored by Crayola, so that you can trust everything I'm about to say. We're going to dive into these markers and see if I think they are good for adult coloring or not. One of them is sort of gimmicky too. This one, when you layer the markers, the colors change. So I think the first thing we need to do is unbox, and we're going to start with these ones right here, a double-ended marker. Now, this is not the first time Crayola has created a brush tip marker for the adult coloring industry. I don't own those other markers, so I can't speak to whether these are identical to or different from, but I do know that that other line of markers had a lot more colors. This one just has 12 double-ended markers. So let's start by unboxing and swatching these and see how we like them. Okay, this is the package right here. We've got two ends, a chisel tip and a brush tip. So that's a little different than, say, the Tombows, which are a brush tip and like a bullet nib on the other side. Oh, so let's see what these are like. And I've got Steve here. That's who you're hearing. He is my husband and business partner. I'm just going to tear into these. We will peek at the back real quick, though, before I destroy this package. You can see they're showing that there's just 12 colors, but you get it in the chisel and the brush nib, thick lines, watercolor-like strokes. Yep, all the things we want out of a marker. These are being made in Malaysia, and they're marketing them for 8 and over, the age group. If you go to Crayola.com and search in their new products, you can see all kinds of products like this, and that's how I discovered them was, let's go see what Crayola's up to, and ran into these. Ooh.
I'm a little confused by this because, typically a brush tip is going to be geared towards colorists, right?
Yes.
And but they're still very much marketing it more like children.
Yes.
Huh. So what are they?
So I think also they're marketing this one to beginning calligraphers, people who are learning how to do fancy handwriting. So I think that's another market they're going for. So this is what it looks like, and I'm already a little disappointed because they don't have any names on here for the colors, which Crayola usually has great names, really fun names. So that's one critique I'm going to give right off the bat. On this end, we have a chisel nib, a nice chisel nib. It's not too big. It's sort of a medium size, I would say. A little bit bigger than the Zebra Mildliner chisels, but we'll see how they draw down. Oh, let's see if it's, it's, what's the word? Posts. Oh. It posts on the end, although it's secure. It's pretty good. It's not the best ever. And then here is the brush nib, and I'm going to show you compared to a Tombow what the brush nib looks like. Okay, so it's a very different shape brush nib. It's not as long either, so we'll see how they draw out and how they perform. Okay, so that's my next thing. I have a blank swatch chart here. Steve, if they ever want a blank swatch chart, how can they find them on our website?
We have both free and some that are in our premium library. And so, just go to coloringbliss.com. You'll see a link about coloring tools and free tools, and log in and follow that link.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to put Crayola Doodle Markers, and these are the dual-ended. And this printout here has 12 little slots, which is perfect, and they're nice and big, so we can kind of experiment with all the sides. So let's start with black here, and we've got a chisel nib. And let me get the other view going for you so you can see this better. Okay, chisel nib. I'll do 3 strokes. 1, 2, and then I'll turn the chisel nib and we'll do it the thin way. So that's the chisel nib. Very smooth as it draws down, so that's nice. Here's the brush nib. I'll do the widest stroke I can get first. Oh, that's a nice squeaky marker. Steve loves a squeaky marker. Now this is coming out gray.
Huh.
So I'm interested to see, now that I'm looking at this marker, it shows black here and gray here. All of them are that way. I wonder if all of them are a tint. But the box said 12 colors. 12 colors.
Huh.
12 colors.
Oh.
So
And they are different colors on there.
yeah, so I'm guessing we're going to have a full, what would you call it? A full intensity saturation color here, and then a lighter tone on the brush tip side.
That's interesting.
That makes these a lot more interesting to me. So I'm going to write down black and gray. Gray with an E or gray with an A? Comment below. Which one do you think it is? Gee, Steve says A, so I'm going to do an A. Is that what it is? Is the U.S. uses
and then
A?
like UK, Canada, I think.
Does the E?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think we've had this discussion before, and we looked it up, and technically it's correct either way.
Yeah.
So, but we'll do gray with an A because that's what my husband told me to do. Okay, so I'm going to go through and swatch all of the 12, and let's see what colors we get. That was more fun than I expected because I took the opportunity to be the person who gets to name the colors. So I named them all, and I wasn't quite right about them being a tint of each color. Some of them, yes, but some of them, no. Like this one here is a blue-green, and I called it azure for the other blue. And this one here was like a straight up green, and then we have a lime green. So it's not really a dark and a light of every color, which I'm okay with. They're still in the same color family. And I was noticing that the label on the marker is very accurate, happily accurate to what color comes out as you're coloring. So I had a lot of fun naming them. Tangerine and periwinkle and azure. It was a lot of fun. So the colors are bright, they're bold, they're really, they make me want to color. There's not a lot of like light, medium, and dark. It's all mostly mid-tones with a few lights thrown in here and there, but that's okay too. If this is mainly for kids, which the box kind of implies it's for kids, so they'll be fine with a bunch of mid-tones. They don't need a light, medium, and dark to make the perfect blend or anything. And then for adults, it's kind of fun because, again, if you're packing up some markers to go coloring, with just 12 markers, you're getting 24 colors.
Well, and here's the other thing that I like about it. If they are marketing it to children, the fact that they're letting children experience a brush nib is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Because typically kid products don't have a brush tip. That's more...
And it's a pretty rigid brush nib as far as compared to the Tombos. The Tombos are much more flexible. So they're using a rigid one, so if a kid gets in there and is really scrubbing the color down, it should, you know, it'll stand up to some good abuse. So that's good. The width of the brush nib, the width that it colors down isn't very wide either, but it would give you a good, as you can see, you've got a lot of flexibility between the thickest part and the thinnest part of that brush nib. So you can get some good downstrokes and upstrokes with your calligraphy using these. So are they the best calligraphy markers? Obviously not, but they're going to do a good job and let you practice and be a little abusive to the nib and not feel like you're ruining a marker that's worth, you know, $3, which the Tombos can be $3 a pop. These ones, on the other hand, it was $9.99 at my local Target, so I had to add a little tax to that. But that's how much a marker, Steve? Did I?
So what? $10 divided by 24.
By 24 colors.
24 colors is 42 cents.
Just 42 cents a color, which would be 84 cents an actual marker per tool. So that's not a horrible price. There's definitely cheaper ones out there, but this is pretty good, and yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. So now we're going to try the other box that I purchased at my local Target. It too was also $9.99, and this one has 8 tools in it, and we're supposed to be able to get 24 colors because there's some color magic going on in here. So let's look at the back of this package here. And it shows you that it's all chisel nibs in this one. But what you do is you get 2 vivid colors, one on each end. You can see we've got a different color on each end. And then when you layer one color over the other, a third color should appear. So we're going to swatch it, each tool, 3 ways. One with just the plain color on each end, so that's 2 swatches. And then the third swatch will be the colors mixed together and see what they do. This is going to be very interesting. Do we get just a whole bunch of weird browns? Are we going to get some interesting color combination? I have no idea what kind of witchcraft this is. So let's unbox and look at one of these real quick together, and then we'll start swatching. I'll just tear into this thing here.
Rosie backs up.
Yeah, she doesn't like it when I tear into packaging. Sorry, baby. Big sigh. Okay, let's take a peek at this. Oh, this is what they look like, which is the same, what would you call that, illustrations?
Yeah.
On these markers as these markers. We do have a different band here right next to the name Crayola. So I guess that can help us identify which ones are which. If you drop all of these into one pencil case and one pencil bag, I could see you picking up this and thinking you have the brush nib, but you don't. So that's one critique I would have. Again, there's no color names, and I wish they were a little bit more distinct from each other, so that when they are dropped into one big coloring bag or a shoebox or whatever you use, you would know exactly what tool you have. But that means I get to name 24 more colors. Okay, that's going to be fun. I've got this swatch chart. The way I'm going to do it is 1 tool per 3 squares. So if we draw a line all the way down here, I need 8 sets. 8 sets of 3. That's how you say that. And then over here, we'll cut this in half, and that will be our last 2 right there. Okay, and I'll write, this marker needs some re-inking. Crayola. And these ones are called Color Change. I'm so excited. Now, I'm pretty sure Crayola has done a color change marker before. I'm having flashback memories. So comment below if you have done a color change type marker before. What brand was it? Was it Crayola? And did you love them, or were they a pain? Now let's see what these are going to do. Let's start at this end this time, where we've got red on one end and blue on the other, and we'll do this together. And we need a name, Steve, for the red. How about red?
That's a good name.
It's kind of a nice, that's a really pretty red. It's like a cherry red. How about cherry? Since these are Crayolas, and they always have really fun names, right? Okay. Now on the other side we have a nice blue. We've got other blues in the set. What would you call this blue, Steve?
I would call it blue.
Okay, blue it is. We're going to have to get more creative because we have a lot of blue-ended markers here, but we'll start with just plain blue. Now we'll see what this is going to do. I'm so curious. Oh, I bet this is a hint.
Well, I wondered if it was, but then they had multiple green labels, like a couple red.
Okay, there's red. Let's see. Here we go. Ready for magic? It's turning green. And it's like this slow change. That's really fun.
Huh.
Okay, I don't know what to name it. We're going to wait. My first instinct is to call it pine. That's my first. Should we just call it pine?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think in what coloring situation this is useful. If I was coloring a page, would that be useful? Okay, here we have, I'll start with the orange end again, or the warm end. Is that the way they all are? Is one warm color and then one cool color? Because the orange is very warm. And then this end, ooh, what color should we call this? I'm going to say orange.
Teal.
Okay.
Is it teal? Aqua.
Oh, I like aqua. Aqua. Okay, let's see what this is going to do. The other question I have is if we combine this blue with this orange. What I was saying. Do we get another color? Okay, there's our orange. And now, according to this, we should get a green. If you see on that band right there. So let's see.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like a lime green.
So the band tells you approximately what color you're going to get.
Ah.
Are the greens different shades between that other pen and this one?
On the label?
Yeah.
Well, slightly.
It's like, yeah, it's a little more yellow-green, a little lighter. Huh.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Warm and cool. Is that a cool pink? It's got a lot of blue in it according to the cap. Okay, and I'll go ahead and lay down our yellow for our mix. And then what should we call this? I like yellow. I think that's a good name for that first color. And is this a fuchsia or?
Yeah, sure.
Or is it more magenta?
It is kind of a magenta, isn't it? And the one above it is kind of a cyan.
Oh, is it? Oh, well. Magenta. I think I named one of those other markers magenta, but I don't think I'm going to go to Crayola prison for it.
Probably not.
Whoa.
Oh,
We got a bright red, and it's different than that red. What should we call this red? Strawberry?
Scarlet.
Ooh, scarlet. Yes. Scarlet it is. This is more fun than I thought it was going to be. I hadn't planned on coloring with these. Like, I was just going to do a first impression here. So comment below if you think we need to do a follow-up video where I attempt to color with the mixes.
Well, what's interesting to me about those mixes is that they're like strong.
Yeah.
Like I expected it to be
It's witchcraft.
mushy or something.
Like, I thought that we'd get, like, you know, on the color wheel when you combine purple with yellow, you get a brown, you know. I thought that was more what was going to happen.
Yeah,
but
they've done something that actually creates a very strong, unique third color. Huh.
No, it's kind of doing a weird color change already, and we haven't even started yet. So yellow plus green in color theory would give us a pretty yellow green like this one up here. But in Crayola,
Let's see what it does in Crayola. Oh, wow.
you get an orange.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Wow, that would make for quite a challenge for coloring with these.
Yeah, that's why you have to have that little label on there.
Yeah. So what should we call this one? Ochre or saffron? How about saffron?
Sure.
Saffron, and we need a different name. Banana?
Yeah, banana and, oh, you already have pine.
Yeah, this is much more pine. Should we name this one pine and
Forest.
rename? Oh, forest. I like that. Forest. Why go back and rename when there's millions of names out there? Okay. Now the next thing we need to, after we do these, I'm already skipping ahead in my mind because I'm all excited. But I really do want to see, like, if we combine this one with this one, what happens. Okay. And what color should we call that? That's more magenta, isn't it? Oh, well. Can't be perfect when you're just winging it.
That's a fuchsia. You can do that one as fuchsia.
Okay. Here we go.
Wow.
This is really
That's a really
fun.
Pretty blue violet.
S? I don't know how to spell fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
I think I got it. And then this one, what color should we name this one? It's kind of a blue-green.
Yeah.
How about blue-green?
That's a great name.
And then this one, though, is like a violet.
Yeah, it's a blue violet.
A blue violet? I like that. Blue violet. Blue violet from those two colors. So it's got to be chemically something's going on because it's not color wheelie. That's for sure. Okay, and this one has a nice, I'm going to think this is probably a peach or a tan or a beige. But we've got a much lighter color here, which is good. That would be a good skin tone, maybe? I don't know, it's a little yellowy for skin.
Jaundice or
Yeah. But it is the closest thing we have to a skin tone so far. Okay, we need to see what these are going to do. What? Whoa.
That one kind of makes sense. Blue and yellow make green, but that is not the green you would expect.
No. I'm going to call this one vanilla.
You already did lime.
I already did lime. This is more, is it chartreuse?
Sure. Yeah.
Is that what it
is kind of
is?
a chartreuse, isn't it?
Except I have no CHARTREU.
Yeah.
SE. Whoa. And then this one, should we call it ultramarine or?
Yeah.
Okay. Ultramarine. This is fun. Okay, now we shift it this way for our last two markers. Okay. The first color, let's see, we'll do it down here. I'm all turned around. Wait, I'm not doing it right. There we go. And then a spot to mix. And this is all upside down and whoops-a-daisy here. Okay, let's see what color we're going to get. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Okay, what color would... This one I'm going to call violet. Or let's just go purple. Purple. This one is maybe peach. Have we done a peach?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how different peach and orange is from each other. Pretty close, but they're a little different. I have no idea what to call this color.
Salmon.
Oh, I like that.
It kind of gets close to it. It's a little more red.
Okay, thank you for solving my color naming problem. Okay, I'm just going to rotate it again just for ease. 1, 2, 3. A nice, pretty red-violet color. I'll color it down here. And then we've got, oh, shaky hands is what we've got. These don't squeak, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Should we call that sky?
Yeah. Oh, you got to mix it.
Oh, mix. Here we go. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's like,
Wow. Yeah, that's a
green. Okay.
fluorescent green.
We'll call this one sky. And this one eggplant.
Sure.
And this one, I have no idea what to call it. How about spring green?
Sure.
Okay, you want to zoom back a bit so we can see the full chart. And I'll write over here Jennifer's names again so it's clear. And I have much more respect now for the people at Crayola that have to name all those
yeah.
colors. Can you
That's
imagine
crazy.
a box of 100 and whatever crayons or color pencils? Okay, there's the whole chart. First thing, I love the magic. Kids will love that. That would be way, way fun to hang out with kids and do that. Secondly, I want to look at the colors from the perspective of an adult colorist because they said these are for adult colorists as well. Can you color something with this? Now we really need a follow-up video because if you were coloring with these two and they accidentally touched,
Yeah.
that would be an interesting challenge to see how you would incorporate these because they have the undertones like this blue violet. You can see there's still some of that pink in there and some of that blue green in there. It's a very interesting dynamic color. Not what I expected at all. But how would you... That seems very problematic and fun all at the same time.
Yeah.
But as far as a range of colors, we've got yellows, we've got lots of greens, we've got some blues, we've got purples, just a couple purples. We've got, what's next?
Blue green and
We have blue green,
red violet.
red violeties, oranges,
Red, orange, yellow, orange.
red. Do we have red? Oh, we've got cherry and scarlet.
Yeah.
So pretty good. There's no black, but that's okay. No browns,
You don't really...
which could be a problem for kids, especially, you know, if you're coloring a tree, you gotta have brown for that tree. Yeah. Other than that, no brown, no black, no good skin tones here, except for maybe vanilla. Well, that's really interesting. Let's bring these up together. So if I did drop these all into one case, now here's something we could use for skin tones, and we've got a black and a gray. So as a team, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really fun.
All right, but we still haven't done the what happens if you mix
Yeah.
different markers. So let me grab a little piece of cardstock here. And Steve, give me a pairing you want me to try.
Okay. Well, let's just start with cherry
Okay, cherry and...
and let's do purple.
Okay, and where's purple? Will you find it for me? Let's just go for it here. So here we have cherry.
So this, I'm trying to stick with the left side, right side. So it'll be
And-
interesting. You should try cherry with both of those.
Purple. And cherry. And what if you did it in different...
Cherry with peach.
Okay, here we go. Cherry with purple.
So that's more what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Just kind of nothing. Like, it
Here, I'll
changes, but
do-
not.
I'll do one purple above so you can see it. So you have to do it the way
Yeah.
they show. And now that's not a bad mix. That gives you a pretty red violety brown color. But that's more what I thought was going to happen, not like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's like you said, some chemical reaction
Yeah,
or something.
Some color
But it
witchcraft.
doesn't happen. So try cherry and peach then. So
Okay.
it
Cherry. Steve is perplexed.
I am.
And
I'm just trying to think, how could they have done that so that it's unique to each color?
the peach just sort of takes over on that one.
That's interesting.
Wow.
It's like well, and isn't that crazy that you were able to color peach on top of, like with a
True.
marker, that you took a lighter color, colored on top of the darker color, and the lighter color is opaque.
Yeah, this is witchcraft. Wow.
We should take it out to Skinwalker Ranch and do some tests.
Yes, I agree. Okay. If we get enough likes and enough comments on this video, we'll do a challenge where Jennifer has to color with these color changing markers. Or should we make Steve do it? Steve's like, no. Okay, so like, subscribe, and comment that you want to see me do that challenge where I try to color with these. Like, I don't even know, do you do a mandala so that it's not like it's supposed to be this color, or do you like do like some flowers where you have to like have green leaves and like, so comment below what you'd like me to see. I would be terrified to try to do like a face.
Yeah.
But the hair, can you imagine what you could do with the hair?
Yeah.
It would be clown hair, but it would be amazing clown hair. All right. Let me know if you think that's worth another video. This was a lot of fun. I totally think these are worth $10 a box.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend. Follow the link in the video description. It'll take you to Amazon. I think they're only, as far as the US Crayola website, they said they're only available at Target and Amazon right now. So I don't know if they're available outside the country or in Canada. I don't know. So good luck, and I hope you have fun with these too, because these are lots of fun. Even Steve is like, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I liked naming my own colors. That was really fun too. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Crayola, for making inspiring products. I hope you all have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye.